I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Thursday, December 7th. Quincy and Braintree will team up today to mark the 82nd anniversary of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. The Veterans Services Departments from Quincy and Braintree will present a joint ceremony on board the USS Salem at the Quincy shipyard at 10 a.m. Quincy Veterans Services Director Christine Cugini says a wreath will be gifted to the sea as part of the ceremony. A ceremony will be held in Quincy Center this afternoon, marking the beginning of Hanukkah. A menorah lighting ceremony is scheduled to take place at 4:45 p.m. on the Hancock Adams Common. Rabbi Fred Benjamin of the congregation Beth Shalom of the Blue Hills in Milton will join Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch to light the first candle on the menorah. Quincy College's licensed practical nursing certificate program in both Quincy and Plymouth has received a top ranking from practicalnursing.org, which conducts an annual detailed evaluation of test results from all such programs in the United States. After the organization's review of first-time pass rates for practical nursing students taking the National Council Licensure Exam, or NCLEX, the Quincy College program was the only one in the region to be ranked among the top 5 in Massachusetts. All had student pass rates of 100%. The NCLEX exam is used by state boards of nursing for testing student proficiency and granting licensure. Many boards use the exam pass rates for each school as a primary way to assess a school's ability to provide practical nursing education. LPNs are currently in high demand in Massachusetts. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 9% growth in the profession by 2029. 2 juveniles from Boston are facing charges of breaking into a Quincy Center business early Monday morning. Police say the suspects smashed in the front glass door of the VK Smoke Shop on Cottage Avenue just before 7 Monday morning, stole some merchandise, and then fled in 2 stolen cars. The male and female were arrested in Boston later Monday and face multiple charges in Quincy Juvenile Court. One of the 2 stolen getaway cars was recovered by the Northeastern University Police Department. Police say the cars were reported stolen in Randolph and East Boston. Police believe the incident is connected to a series of similar break-ins at smoke shops across Massachusetts recently, and the case remains under investigation. More arrests are expected. A group of Quincy High School students is being praised for their participation in a program at Yale University in Connecticut. The students participated in Yale Model Congress, a nonprofit that helps foster an appreciation for American democracy in high school students and aims to inspire them to be active citizens. Participants at Yale Model Congress assume responsibilities of elected officials in an attempt to address the nation's most pressing issues. Quincy students Nathan Feldman, Olivia King, and Frank Walsh were honored for best legislation in their committees, and Sierra Golden received an honorable mention for best delegate. Yale Model Congress is in its 30th year. With the help of local residents, 3 people were pulled from a sailboat in distress close to shore in Plymouth yesterday. Video from the scene shows the sailors jumping into the choppy surf, where people bundled in cold weather gear were waiting in the water to shuttle them to the beach. One of the bystanders who helped the 2 men and a woman before firefighters arrived was retired Plymouth Fire Battalion Chief Michael Roy. He and others wore wetsuits as they tried to help the stranded people. The incident unfolded off the Center Hill Preserve. A 911 caller reported the sailboat was in distress and close to shore at about 7:30 yesterday morning. Firefighters found the sailboat, which had left Boston on a trip to Florida, aground about 75 to 100 feet from shore. 2 members of the department wearing survival gear headed into the ocean and escorted the boat's occupants to shore. None of the sailors were injured, but they were taken to the hospital to be checked out. 52 endangered Kemp's Ridley sea turtles suffering from cold stun are rehabbing at 4 facilities in Florida after a flight on a private plane from the New England Aquarium. The turtles arrived in Tampa on Tuesday. 16 were sent to Clearwater Marine Aquarium. All of the turtles were experiencing a condition known as cold stun from the frigid New England waters. The other turtles were taken to Mote Marine Laboratory in Sarasota, the Florida Aquarium in Tampa, and Loggerhead Marine Life Center in Jupiter, Florida. Sea turtles are cold-blooded reptiles and adapt to the temperature of their surroundings. During prolonged exposure to icy waters, their circulatory systems slow down, and the turtles are unable to swim or function properly. Turtles will continue rehabbing at the aquarium, where guests are welcome to visit and watch their journey. Eventually, they'll be returned to their natural habitat. Artificial intelligence, climate technology, and robotics. Some of the economic opportunities that Governor Maura Healey says she wants Massachusetts to focus on in the coming years, according to a draft economic development package filed this week. One element of the plan calls for an artificial intelligence strategic task force to help speed the adoption of AI in the state's growing economic sectors, such as education, financial services, and life sciences. Another sector Healey said the state needs to zero in on is becoming a leader in efforts to address the threats of climate change. She said she wants the state to create the world's leading climate tech ecosystem. The administration's also working to pull together academic and industry leaders to help secure funding for the state's burgeoning robotics cluster. A new report shows nearly 1 in 5 Massachusetts residents said they have had at least one package stolen by thieves in the past 12 months. Technology research company Security.org released its 2023 report into nationwide package theft trends and found 16% of Bay State residents were the recent victim of a package thief. The average cost of the stolen goods, $40. Police have issued warnings about an increase of package thefts during the holiday season. Security.org found 18% of online shoppers take no precautions to protect their packages, and fewer than 1 in 7 thefts are reported to police. Security.org recommends shoppers take steps including, if you have a doorbell camera or home security system, make it obvious with signs or stickers. Cameras won't necessarily stop a thief, but it could act as a good deterrent. Bring your packages in as soon as you can. Take advantage if a retailer offers a specific window of time for you to schedule your delivery. Experts recommend shoppers also rely on a shipment's tracking number to monitor when your package will arrive, and also sign up for a signature upon delivery so your purchase isn't left lying around, and rely on good neighbors for help. Check of business news this morning. Stocks retreated. The Dow was down 70 points. The Nasdaq dropped 83. The S&P fell 17. Shares also fell in Asia. In currencies, the dollar fell, the euro is down, and oil is down to under $70 a barrel. In sports, Bruins take on Buffalo tonight at 7 o'clock, and Patriots are in Pittsburgh at 8:15. Forecast from the National Weather Service. Today, partly cloudy, breezy, and a high of 35. For tonight, clear and cold, low 20. Mostly sunny tomorrow, high 43. Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 51. And Sunday, some scattered showers, a high Sunday near 60 degrees. For the boater today, waves 2 feet, northwest wind 5 to 10 knots. Next high tide, 7:03 p.m. Sunrise 6:58, set at 4:11. I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Thursday, December 7th.